In what may be the hottest year in history, scientists have recorded radical changes to the permafrost in Antarctica.
The Pandora Virus, a so-called giant virus with the largest genome size ever recorded.
The crabs also display increased aggression, even towards larger predators.
A striking new weather anomaly has claimed many coastlines around the world. NASA is examining these clouds to figure out...
We've detected large amounts of an organic composite. So far, the sample doesn't match any of the DNA records we've compared it with.
We all saw it. Those creatures coming out of the sea on that oil rig.
The president has declared a national emergency.
It's obvious that what we're dealing with here is a biological weapon. As of today, we are at war.
It's taking their minds. I saw them walk right into the sea. Thousands of people. Thousands.
The mist is gone, but the city is dead. The roads are broken. You must join one of the havens. Do not attempt to survive on your own.
Well, okay. On that happy note, welcome to Phoenix Point, the complete edition. We have all of the DLCs installed. This is a new game for the challenge. I've played a little bit of this, but we're going to start a new game. We'll do standard difficulty. Could we do hero? So I'm gonna do veteran, in part because I suck at this sort of type of game. I suck at all games, but I suck at this sort of game. But I actually like it. This is an XCOM-like game, actually by the guy who originally invented XCOM back in the '90s, not the newer XCOM one. It's same tactical strategy, turn-based, very interesting, and much more complicated, I think, than the more recent XCOMs.
Sitrep is yellow alert. Other refugees are coming from the coast. 400 yesterday. The mist is coming fast. We need weapons, vehicles, and food. If there's anyone that can respond.
8, 3, 7. We listened to the number stations every day. I took turns with Jacob, waiting for our signal. And finally, it came. A scarab got it too. Its AI directing it to our rendezvous point. We had no news from Symes for many months. Did he send the activation codes? I was desperate to know what happened to him. The mutants were on the march again. Something was happening. If the mist was back, then it meant that the Pandora Virus was mutating again, twisting the human form into new horrors. We needed to regroup, rebuild. But first, we had to get to that scarab.
Okay, and here we are. And so the tutorial's on, so it tells me how to move. I know how to do that.
This is the rendezvous point. The scarab is waiting for us right over there.
Okay, so it's going to walk us through this. So we're going to move here. We can move our camera and so forth like this. So we'll move our guy right here.
Reporting enemy contact.
There we go. We spotted the enemy. It shows up here because we can see him. We're going to select this soldier, Jacob. And we're going to move Jacob over here, under cover. Oh, but we spotted somebody while we were moving. So now we're going to fire. And it's telling us to do all this stuff. So it'll tell us the health bar is the current hit points of the Arthron. And we're going to do 20 to 30 times 6 because we've got I got an automatic weapon. And we nuke that Arthron. And then we'll end the turn. And we got smacked. So Sophia is going to be our leader. And then one of the things that I really like about this game is this free aim business. If you normally shoot, it'll just do like center mass or something. But with free aim, this is sort of how it works around, or it does something different from from traditional XCOM, where you've got the percentage hit and so forth. You can actually pick a part of the body you want to hit, and then it actually tells you on the left side. The outer blue circle shows you where all the shots will land. The more accurate the weapon, the smaller the circle. So, and that's and also distance matters as well. So the outer circle, 100% of the shots we're going to fire, which is 6, are going to land in that outer circle, and 50% will land in that brighter kind of cyan circle. So we're going to shoot the torso, I guess. And we killed it. There we go. Now that we know the basic of movement and shooting, it's time to finish the mission. Let's
This
look
must
out
be
for
the Scarab.
hostiles.
It's seen better days, but it will have to do. Jump inside.
There we go. So that is our mission. We're going to go send Jacob and Sophia over there. So it's kind of a shame that Sophia got injured, but life goes on, I guess. So let's see. So there's that guy. So I'm terrible at these sorts of games because I'm impatient. We're going to move. I'm going to switch over to Jacob. Oh, and the blue outline means that Jacob will have the ability to shoot. We have 4 action points. That's what's down here. Jacob will have the ability to shoot because this is only going to take 1 or 2. In this case, it's actually going to take 1 and a little bit, and there is the little bit aspect of things. So like this will take 1. This will take about, looks like about 1.5. If you look at the difference there. So we're going to move Jacob. I think we're going to move Jacob behind cover here.
There.
Oh, another enemy. Wait a minute. Oh, over there. Okay. So, can we shoot this enemy? Let's see what our shot chance is. So that's a giant circle. You can see that giant outside circle. So we're not going to bother with that because that's just not going to work. We're going to miss, and it's going to be a waste of our action points. So we're not going to shoot. We're going to go back to Jacob. And we are gonna, I think I'm gonna put him here, which will put him in cover from both these guys. Although I think these guys are both melee. So let's find out. Let's find out. We're gonna tap this guy, info, so you can get all the info about each of the different enemies. So hit points and will points. Will points are kind of special ability usage, as well as you lose will points if your compatriots are killed. So let's see. How do we tell? Well, he doesn't seem to have a gun, I guess, and he's got this pincer. Yeah, he's a melee attack pincer. So these are their attacks. So we just want to kill them before they get close to us. And the other guy was an Arthron as well. So, oh no, I hit the wrong button. No. Poor Jacob. All right, we're gonna hide Jacob back here.
Here I am.
Oh no. Okay, we're up to Sophia, and she's down to only 2 points. So we're going to oh, we can't overwatch. Oh, we can't overwatch in the tutorial. So we're going to sit back here and let them come to us. And so then we'll end the turn. Okay. Aha. See that? Okay, he didn't have enough action points to attack after moving. This guy might, though. Nope. Nope. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Okay. And our objective is to get into that scarab. Okay. All allies and spotted enemies will appear as icons above the action bar. That's what we're talking about. You can hover or click on these icons to target a specific character. Right? So we can do this one, that one, that one, that guy way over there. Okay. So Sophia is up, although we can pick Jacob. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and shoot this guy with Sophia.
Acquiring target.
And we have... You'll see how small that circle is, where all of our shots are going to land. So let's nuke this guy. Right there, point blank.
Took one down.
Bye to you. Yep. Okay. And then she has 2 more because she didn't move, and it's 2 action points to fire. So let's see what Jacob can do first before we fire at that guy. Let's see if because we might need Sophia to do something else, although probably not. Okay, let's see if Jacob can hit this guy. Free aim. Very small. Okay. So we're going to kill him. There we go. Very nice. And you can disable different body parts and things like that, but that doesn't really matter for what we're doing right now. And plus, I don't think it will let us. I don't think it's going to matter anyway because we're going to destroy these guys. But you can, for example, take out somebody's arm if they are holding a gun. So we're going to let Sophia shoot again at this guy. Not a very good chance, but we're gonna try. Since we can't overwatch. Okay, we hit it a little bit, but that's it. We did damage the pincer. So, let me see. You know, I'm gonna, because this guy's melee, I'm gonna move Jacob as far as possible away. Cover doesn't matter. I think distance does. So we're gonna move Jacob back here. And that way that guy has to go for Sophia, although I don't know that that's such a great idea. We'll see what happens. Oh, he's gonna hit us. So I'm uncertain why damaging... Oh, we didn't disable the pincer, we just damaged it. Okay, so maybe I should have sent Jacob to be kind of in the line of fire, but we're gonna let Sophia attack. And, you know, the obvious happened there. So now we're gonna, because I'm not cautious and I'm impatient, we're gonna head towards the scarab.
Let's go.
We're gonna head him. We're gonna send him over here, and we're done with this turn. That's what it was asking us. So we're gonna go as far as we can, knowing that if we spot an enemy, Sophia will stop mid-stride anyway. Okay, Jacob can get all the way over to the scarab, and we'll let him enter. Yes, and we're gonna end that turn, and we're gonna put Sophia in there. And she can go in, and that's the mission. So there we go. First tutorial mission of Phoenix Point. And of course, Sophia got injured. She and the way experience works is there's a total pool of experience for a mission, and it's split percentage-wise based on how much damage or what impact the various participants had. So, for example, on other... like on XCOM type things, there are some places where you can sit around and just farm enemies. That doesn't work with Phoenix Point because there's only so much experience you can get on a single level.
After several hours traveling, the howling noises stopped, and then so did the scarab. I did a quick survey around our position while Jacob talked to the AI. There was an abandoned government reclamation station nearby. These places are usually good for scavenging supplies and equipment, but they often attracted desperate gangs. The AI gave us the reason for our stop. An emergency rescue signal from another Phoenix operative. We had a location too, right in the middle of that station. The scarab made it clear that we should attempt a rescue before continuing with our journey. Despite no sign of the mutants, our comrade was clearly under threat. The scarab's missile launcher would prove very useful.
All right, missiles.
We've got visual on the building. The Phoenix operative should be close by. There are hostiles up ahead, so stay vigilant.
Okay, thanks, Sophia. 4-point action system. Soldiers have 4 action points to use for movement, shooting, and other actions. These actions can be performed in any order. So let's take a look around a little. And zoom out. There we go. And these things, it hasn't told us yet, but these things are where enemies can spawn, and so this basically means we have infinite enemies on this board. So we have to find our compatriot here. And then these will restore, these are supplies, and I don't know if they'll restore willpower. I guess we're going to find out. Where is our dude? Do we know where our dude is? Okay, well, we don't know where our dude is. So let's send Sophia to here.
Rolling out.
She'll have a little bit of cover. Spotted. Oh, okay. Move an action point. A soldier can spend 1 action point to move a number of tiles based on their speed. The 4 highlighted zones show you how far a soldier can go for each AP spent on movement, which is what I was saying. So she can spend the rest of her first movement point to go here. As soon as she goes here, you can see from that little meter that's moving that she's going to use a little bit more of her second one, and then once she goes here, she goes into the yellow. This will be into her 3rd point, and the reason it turns yellow is because that means she doesn't have enough action points left to shoot. So, because this guy is over here, we can move here. This will give us some cover, and then we're going to try to shoot him. Your operatives will always kneel next to low terrain to assume a low cover position, potentially blocking some incoming fire. Now we're going to try and shoot.
Eyes peeled.
Okay, I always like to free aim. I love that aspect of this game. So let's see what we can do to this guy. We can hit his arm. We can try to hit his arm to disable his ability to shoot, or we can hit the gun. We're going to try to disable his ability to shoot. We did not disable his arm, but we did do damage. Okay, so now we're going to move Jacob up here and try to do the same thing. I don't know how, obviously I don't know how many enemies are on the board. Free aim. Let's get that arm. It's bleeding. Okay, disabled the arm, which means his equipment's disabled. Which is great. That means he can't shoot us. Although I think we might have killed him. The Scarab is a heavily armored vehicle that can transport your soldiers. It is equipped with a powerful missile launcher. Select launch missiles from the action bar to learn about it. Okay. Launch missiles. Scarab Blast. Select a target point for the Scarab's missile blast and press the left click to launch. Any characters caught in the orange blast area will be injured unless they have cover from terrain. Targeting is not precise. Missiles may land away from your desired target point, especially at long range. And the way this thing works is it's got 8 missiles and it fires 2 at a pop. So I'm not sure where we want to go yet with it. This guy, oh, this shows that, yeah, we did kill that guy and it shows that there's loot on the ground. So maybe we'll grab that. And why don't we drive the Scarab up here? And you'll notice its yellow area is much tighter or much closer because it takes 3 action points to shoot the missiles. But we're going to just move it way up here because let somebody beat on the Scarab. We don't really care. It's super tough. Okay, and that's as far as it can go. So let's end the turn. Okay, we didn't see any movement from the enemies. So let's send Sophia up here. Let me turn a little. We're going to send Sophia here and try to grab this stuff if we can. Ally located. Oh, okay, there's the friend we need to grab. Friendly characters are marked with a white circle. Move a soldier inside the circle to recruit the character and take control over him. So, can we pick up this stuff? Or do we have to move there to do it? I guess we have to move there to do it. Let's see what we got. So, how do we pick up this stuff? There it is. And we've got a independent assault rifle. So one of the things about this game that's interesting is it costs 1 action point to move, to do any kind of inventory management. And so this whole thing could be full, and we could stuff our backpack full, and it would still only take 1 action point. But it takes 1 action point to move even 1 item. So now we've got this weapon. I don't know that it's any better, but we'll figure that out later. Let's keep going. Okay, Sophia's just going to sit here. Let's put her... move her here since we can. At least she's a little bit better cover. High cover. Soldiers will stand behind walls and other tall obstacles to assume a high cover position. A soldier in high cover may sidestep to shoot and then go back into cover. Sidestepping does not cost action points. Okay. Let's move her here. So, okay. Now, we want to try to get Jacob up to our ally who is right there. So... I don't know if we can use the Scarab for cover. I think I want to try... Maybe we should put Jacob in the Scarab? No, let's move Jacob. And then... he still has 2 points, so he can shoot. Let's switch to the Scarab. And... I'm going to move the Scarab right here. See if it... No. We're going to move the Scarab up here and sort of tempt whoever might be still in the area. Try to expose them. Okay, the Scarab did not see any enemies. Okay, we have not located any enemies. Let's switch to Jacob. We're going to try to run Jacob over here where at least he has some cover. And that's kind of the extent of his actions. The Scarab has basically nothing left, so we're going to have to... Okay, Omar is our friend that we need to capture. Tactical tip, take cover. Okay, there's an enemy right there. These hostiles are carrying firearms, so don't leave your soldiers in the open. Taking cover next to obscuring terrain will grant your operatives some protection from the bandits' fire. Tactical tip, shooting lines. Lines drawn from the selected tile to a hostile unit indicate your soldier can shoot the enemy from there. Blue lines indicate the operative has enough AP to move and shoot in the same turn. Yellow indicate the soldier has a line of sight but not enough AP to attack this turn. Okay, couple bandits. Okay, we spotted a couple bandits. There they are. Okay. So first I want to see if we can get... Where's Omar? Can we not see Omar? There he is. Isn't he Omar? Omar Ashur. Can we get to Omar this turn? We're going to move Jacob over... Move Jacob here. Put him in cover. I don't think he can see anybody. Yeah, see, he can't see anybody because none of these are red. So, why don't we move him closer to Omar so we can grab Omar. Actually, we can grab Omar right now. Okay, your squad has a new member. Omar is a heavy class soldier, proficient in heavy weapons and armor. He can deal massive damage from short ranges and withstand attacks, making him the ideal frontline operative. Okay, so he can tank for us. Let's take a look at Omar. Turn. No weapon. Omar has heavy armor, but no weapon. The crate on the top of the nearby tower might contain useful weapons. Move out of the building and use the jet jump ability to get the crate. Yeah, these heavy guys have jet jump, which takes both the armor that does it and the skill in it somehow. We're almost at the end of all I know about this game. So they're talking about us going here, and he can jump jet up there. So why don't we move Omar here? It would have been cool if I had rescued Omar with Sophia, because she has that extra gun. We're going to move Omar here, and we can't overwatch right now, so we're not going to bother with that. And let's see, where are the other guys? Okay, so I want to be careful not to... Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move Sophia... I'm going to let the guys come to us. I'm going to move Sophia... Oh, does this give us some cover? It does. Let's move Sophia over here.
I'm going in.
And she can't see anybody. So, oh, she can overwatch. Oh, well then overwatch is what we're going to do. The overwatch ability allows you to fire within an area during the enemy's turn. If an enemy enters the overwatch cone, your soldier automatically shoots. So what's cool about this is, and different from other games of its ilk, is you set this cone for, and width and stuff, for where you want to do the overwatch. So if I do it really narrow, then these guys will only trip it if they go into that cone, which is great because you can avoid friendly fire. So we, however, are going to make it, let me see, I'm going to make it so that this guy, if he moves, I want to shoot him. Although, again, the closer he is, the better our accuracy. So maybe we do this. And Jacob is just standing here. He's got basically nothing. And our Scarab, let's try some missiles, shall we? Let's see. Can we hit? Oh, we're going to take this one out. I guess I should have done that before I set up that overwatch. This one we will not. Oh, it does look like we will. Does look like we will kill him if our two missiles hit the right area. I don't know about building destruction, so we're about to find out. Okay, it does look like we took that one. No. No, we barely damaged this one. We blew out the windows. Didn't seem to knock off the roof, though. Hard to know. Okay, and then the Scarab can move. I kind of want the Scarab to be a taunt, but I also like where it is right now. So we're just going to go ahead and end our turn. And the vehicle, at least the Scarab, I don't know about any other vehicles, can't do anything like Overwatch. Okay, so we are going to... Let's see what her chance of hitting this guy is. Oh, see, that's a terrible chance, right? Yeah, so we're not going to do that. And I don't even know if we can see the other target. No, we can't. So we're going to switch guys here. We're going to put... We're going to go to Omar. And we're going to move him out here. And we're going to have him jump to the top of that building. Tactical tip, jump jet. Oh, it's going to show it here. Yeah. Heavy torso armor comes equipped with jetpacks, allowing soldiers to fly over obstacles and reach very high points. Scroll up to move the camera to reveal the highest level of the tower. The jump jet uses 3 AP. Okay. There we go. We're going to jump him right there. Oh, well, right next to it. I know how to. Oh, jump jet, so cool. So cool. And we open this thing up, and there's... Oh, okay, but we don't have enough action points to take any of this stuff yet. But we've got all of his weaponry, his autocannon, and some magazines for it, and a med pack. So we'll pick that stuff up with him next time. Let's see what we can do with Jacob. Let me see. If I move him here, can he see? Okay, so he can see that other enemy. We're going to move him there, and he can still shoot. That's what that blue line is for. So, let's see. It looks like our chance is terrible, though. I think I'm going to play it safe and Overwatch instead. So let's zoom this out. Basically, I want, if he comes in closer, narrow the cone. Actually, if he comes in closer, I want to just shoot him. I'm not, like I said, I'm not great at these games, so this may be terrible. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I like to play them. Okay, so I cannot say. Oh, okay. So I can shoot this guy now if I want. Still not great chance. Yeah, pretty terrible chance. Let's see. We do the leg. Okay, I'm gonna do the arm, hoping that maybe we hit some of the other body parts. We damaged the equipment. So now, of course, you can't Overwatch now, but that's life. Okay, so now the Scarab. Maybe we move the Scarab in close? No. We can move the Scarab here, and it can act as a little bit of cover for Sophia. And it can still use its missiles, so I think we should use the missiles. Actually, I want to try and use the missiles on this guy. Can we hit this guy? Yeah, let's try. Okay, we took that one out. Very nice. And that's everybody. So let's end our turn. Reinforcement zones. Some battlefields feature reinforcement zones. This is reinforcement points. This is what I was talking about before. New enemies will be arriving, so don't leave your soldiers exposed. And as far as I know, those are infinite. They'll just keep coming until you leave the battlefield. Okay, this is perfect. I wanted him to shoot our Scarab instead of our people. Your soldier is wearing armor, in this case, the Scarab, which reduces damage according to the armor value. Different body parts may have different armor values according to the various armor types worn by the soldier. Presumably this guy cannot damage. Yeah, like, look at all that armor on the Scarab. Like, this is silly. Okay, another bandit came in. So, okay, so actually, I think I was mistaken based on these goals, these objectives. I was mistaken. I guess they're not infinite, because it says kill all enemies. So, I don't think they'll keep spawning. I think it's going to be a set number of enemies that spawn. So let's switch to the Scarab and see if it can hit. It only has 2 more shots, by the way. See if it can hit this guy. No, the odds are very low, right? So we'll wait. We'll wait on that. Let's hit Sophia here, so she can move up behind the Scarab. I don't know if the Scarab provides cover, but my understanding is that in this game, if there is something between you and, or the shooter and the target, It will provide cover even if it doesn't show this squatting down business. How damaged is she? How do I find her hit points? Sophia... Oh no, she's full. She healed from the last battle. Okay, let's see how she can do... Oh, friendly unit. Okay, so we... Oh, so the Scarab is actually blocking her ability to shoot. So let's switch off of her. Maybe we'll move the Scarab. Let's actually go over to Omar and have him pick up this stuff now. Opening crates. Here it is. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, crates usually contain useful items. Move the big gun, autocannon to the ready slot. Pick up the ammo, medkit. Weapons and medkits can only be used if they're in the ready section. Okay, no action point cost. Now there's 1 action point cost. So we're gonna do this, and we'll move this here. We're definitely not gonna go through all the ammo, because I mean this thing shoots. It shoots 1 at a time, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna done all of that. Okay. Tier 1 autocannon. Tier 1 autocannon is a powerful, heavy weapon with a high damage but low accuracy. Firing it costs 3 action points. Use it to deal with nearby enemies. Okay, and your weapon is out of ammo. You'll need to use the reload action to fire it again. Reloading is only possible if you're carrying an ammo magazine. Reloading costs 1 AP point, or 1 AP, excuse me, if the ammo is in your backpack, and 0 if it's in the ready slot. And we put it in the ready slot. So we're going to reload for free. And then we are going to... He can't see either enemy? Oh yeah, he can't... You'll notice neither of them is red. So if I go to try to fire... He can't see that guy, and he can't see that guy. So what we're going to do is move here, and it says yellow. That's interesting. Oh, because he used an AP. So we'll move to this corner, but he's not going to be able to fire this round. And he can't overwatch because he doesn't have enough action points for that. But there's nothing we could have done. We couldn't have done that better. So let's see, what can we do with Jacob? How about we move Jacob? I'm going to move him here. No, that exposes him to that guy. Okay, we're going to move him here and try to shoot that guy. That guy's going down for sure, but... Okay, we're going to free aim. Not a great chance. So, in fact, I'm going to try and... can I overwatch? Can we overwatch here? No, that's just not useful. So, sure, let's shoot. I mean, it is the tutorial, so you have to be really bad to get screwed in the tutorial. And by the way, I am, by everybody's definition, really bad. Okay, let's move the Scarab since it's blocking Sophia. And I'd like to... Yeah, we're going to move it here. I'd like to be able to use my missiles. Let's go to Sophia and see what she can do.
Come get some.
Yeah, come get some. Let's go. Come get some. This arm is in bad shape. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, and she can do it again, of course, because she hasn't moved. I mean, these are bad chances, but... Okay, the arm is disabled, which I believe will prevent him from shooting, because I think he's got a two-handed weapon. So... I'm gonna leave... I'm going to move the Scarab over here, hoping that the other bad guy comes down this corridor. In fact, I'm going to move the Scarab here. So I don't mind if it gets shot. Enemy spotted. Another enemy? Oh, another enemy. Okay, hold on. Oh, I see. Okay, that's okay. We're still going to move the Scarab here. Wait, no we're not. Can we... If you can see that enemy, but you... Yeah, no, we're still going to go here. We're going to go here, and then that way we can always fire back if that enemy comes down here. Okay, so that is the... And Omar can't do anything else, so we're going to end our turn. This guy's in bad shape. Okay, expand it. Oh, looks like we've got yet another enemy.
Action.
That guy's running away. He's bleeding, so he's going to lose 10 health per turn. Let's see how much health he has. He has 19 hit points. So he will die. If we don't do anything to him, he will die in 2 turns. So we can probably ignore him. Let's see what the Scarab can see. Scarab can't see anything. Interesting. What can Omar see? Omar can't see anything. Okay. So let's go up a second here. Can we get Sophia up these stairs? No, not even close. What about Jacob? So I'm notorious for being impatient and not and moving my guys up too fast, but I think I'm just gonna do it because I'm impatient. This is gonna leave Jacob with no ability to shoot, but he... Oh, another enemy. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, through the windows. Yeah. Well, but he can't do anything, so we're gonna have him hide behind this cover. How much movement? Yeah, he's a full movement point, so he could move. No, we're gonna have him hide behind this cover.
Here I am. Let's do this.
Okay, and then we'll go... I'm inclined to move the Scarab over here. Is this guy right here? He's right here. What if I move the Scarab here? Can I knock this wall down? I wonder if I can run him over. Okay, we're knocking stuff down with our big butt. Can we move onto this bandit? Oh, we can't. Oh, no. I don't want to attack him. I don't want to shoot missiles right at him point blank. I want to run him over. Can't move there? Oh, I'm too big and I can't knock this wall down? You know what? Let's find out. Whatever. Yes. So can I just can't... I can't run him over. I can't knock him down with a vehicle. I guess that's just not a mechanic. That's kind of lame. Let's move on. Omar, what are you going to do? Can you jump? Where can you jump to? Oh, you can jump all the way over here? I like that idea. Let's have Omar jump over here. So you notice jumping removes 2 will points. Okay, he was subject to an overwatch. Moves 2 will points. If his will gets to 0, then he panics and stuff like that. So who can we see from here? Looks like we can't actually shoot them. So I'm actually going to back him off a little because obviously
I'm on the move.
We're exposed. So we need to move Sophia up. We're going to move her behind this stuff.
Let's go.
She has a full movement point left. Where can she go to? Just here. So we're done with her. And Jacob is done. And the Scarab is done, unless I want to move the Scarab, which I don't. So we're done. Let's see what happens. Okay, that guy died because he bled to death, I believe. The bandit has... This bandit... Which bandit? This bandit has set Overwatch. He will shoot at any Phoenix soldier who enters his Overwatch cone. Do not allow this to happen.
Take this.
Yeah, you can shoot our Scarab all you want, you loser. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. It's got a ton of health.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm not sure. Actually, it looks like that guy took the damage, but then just went over here to hide. But he's going to bleed to death, so we don't care about him. Let's see who can see what. Okay, so I'm just going through everybody, and so far nobody, because there's nothing turning red here, nobody has a direct line of sight on the enemies. Actually, that doesn't make sense, because the Scarab can see that enemy right there. Right? We could attack him. Okay, Omar, can you... Yes, look at that. See the blue line? Omar is going to walk over here.
Be right there.
And shoot at that guy.
Zooming in.
Re-aim. Yes, check it out. Nice tight cone. Body armor. Let's see, bleeding. Okay, so arm. We have a good chance on the arm. I don't know if this scenery gets in the way. Okay, the arm is disabled, which, okay, dazed. The character is dazed. They will only have 1 AP and 50% accuracy for 1 turn, then return to normal. Soldiers get dazed when they take a lot of shock damage from melee attacks or heavy weapons. So the heavy weapon did that, obviously. And his arm is disabled, so I don't even think his gun will work, which is just great. So Omar did his job. Let's see what we can do with Jacob. And actually, will this guy bleed out as well? Hold on, which guy is this? Okay, let's get info on him. Why can't I? There we go. He's bleeding. He's got 47 left. He's bleeding 10. So we're not going to wait for him to bleed out. Let's move. Let's move. I'm going to move. I like the idea of being above. But I want to be cautious here. We'll move Sophia here. I don't want to be too cautious. Okay. Let's move. Can she overwatch now? Yeah, let's overwatch. And if somebody comes around here, we want to take him out. And then we're going to move Jacob to here. And we'll overwatch with him. Oh, his cone is very narrow. This guy moves. This guy's just going to keep on our scarab. Let's... Actually, what kind of fire do we have on anybody? Nothing. So yeah, we're going to overwatch. Oops. We're going to overwatch. And if anybody comes out here... Actually, can we do anything here? Alright, we'll do that. And then... I don't know what I want to do with this scarab. I hate to waste the missiles. Can we shoot missiles over here? Nah, we're going to take this guy out. Okay, we're going to back the scarab out. Scarab, you're coming back here. Whoops, what happened there? Oh, that guy was on Overwatch. Yeah, we don't care. Okay. Now we're gonna fire at you. And you're gonna be done. Mini toast. Okay, that one's down. And that is the end of our turn. This guy lost 2 will points because one of his compatriots was killed. Okay, it disabled our track. We took 202 damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this scarab. So I don't even know if it can move now because of its problem with its track. Let's just fire at this guy and see if we can do that. Nope. Can we hit this guy? Maybe. Let's do it. Why not? Got the missiles for a reason. Hopefully we don't take out Omar. Okay, Scarab out of ammo. Your Scarab is out of ammo. Unlike firearms, vehicles do not have a reload action. Your vehicle's weapon will be reloaded after the mission. So the Scarab is done for now. We, of course, can use it as cover and so forth. And, of course, our guys could climb into it if we wanted. If, for example, they were at risk of maybe bleeding out or something, it could offer them some protection. So I'm going to move Sophia here. And then we can take a shot on this guy.
Finger on the trigger.
Yes. Right in the back. Right in the back.
Oh! Damaged.
Nice. Okay. Let's move Jacob up here. They'll be able to shoot this guy again.
Come get some.
Not the best chance, but it's still useful enough that we can take the guy out. Omar, is it? Glad you... Oh, there we go.
You're gonna need it. Now you're part of my squad.
All right. Yeah, Sophia is our leader. Okay, the Scarab was damaged and Omar is injured. So this is still just the tutorial. I know I'm very slow.
After the battle, the Scarab resumed its course towards our base, struggling through the rough terrain.
I bet it did.
Strange growths were contorting the road, smashing against its armor. It wasn't long before it took one too many hits. The engine gave a loud crack, and the AI went dark. We had lost a valuable member of the team. We knew we were close to our destination, but we didn't know what we would find there. If we were to advance on foot, we had to exercise extreme caution. Approaching the base, we heard gunshots. Jacob and Omar took positions by my side. What was going on inside? A bandit ambush? Or something much worse? Following Phoenix Protocol, we readied our weapons. It is time to reclaim our home. Tread lightly. There are hostiles up ahead. Let's get rid of them and clean up this mess.
Tactical tip, rotate the camera. Enemies take advantage of tight corridors to ambush Phoenix operatives. Rotate the camera with Q and E, which of course I was doing, to get a better view of the battlefield. Okay, so here we are. So the plot here is that we are a member of this Phoenix group, and we have been thrown out of our base, or maybe we aren't yet technically Phoenix soldiers, and our base has been infested by Pandora Virus infused bad guys. So we are recovering the base, or reclaiming the base, I guess. So that's what we're going to do, but I think we're going to leave that for next episode so that this episode doesn't run super long. So when we come back, we will actually begin the game. This is really just the prologue. So thank you so much for your support. I welcome any kind of constructive criticism or suggestions. Like I said, I'm not very good at these games, as you may have noticed from watching. So anything you want to offer, that's great. I'm going to play this as though it were an Iron Man type thing. Thank you so much for your support. I love you very much. Please remember to have your pet spayed or neutered.